everybody. I'm Amy Sharp. Welcome to Creative Writing. I'll be your instructor for this quarter. Creative writing is going to be taught as a flipped classroom. That means every week I'll be uploading these videos to talk to you a little bit about my observations and tips and tricks for creative writing. You can watch these videos as many times as you like from the comfort of your own home. As an assignment part, you'll also be required to fill out short quizzes. Now, just because the lectures are going to be available to you at home doesn't mean that class time isn't important too. In fact, 50% of your grade requires that you do make it to class and have pretty consistent attendance. Class is where we'll finally have an opportunity to try out some of the ideas and exercises, theories, and observations that I've had about the creative writing field. So it is very important for you to be there. You have to get some writing done. Other requirements that you'll need for the class include supplies, such as pens or pencils, some sort of a writing notebook. You'll have a weekly journal to complete, and of course, one of these! Yes, a folder. Please, nothing too big or heavy. Just light enough, a couple of pockets to put your works in, and turn it all in time. Now, another good resource for you to look into is the actual course syllabus. Here's an example of it. I will pass one of these out on the first day of class, but if you should ever misplace it, you can also find it on eClass under the syllabus tab. Other things to keep in mind about creative writing is the importance of boxes. Oh yes, as you can see, I rather fancy them myself. Consider, they're very useful for storage, for keeping things organized and tidy, for structure, and for compartmentalization. In fact, boxes are something that we make quite a lot of use of in our daily life. I would even say our jobs and our career, our family and friends, all of those at some point tend to go into boxes. Writing is no exception. For a lot of people, when you first encounter writing, it's in a composition class. You have essays to write, you have reports that are due. For a lot of people, that's not the most fun introduction to writing. In creative writing, we finally get an opportunity to take that tool out of its box. Other considerations that may not have occurred to you include plenty of time, a good dose of courage, and certainly a sense of wonder. Why do you need a sense of wonder when it comes to writing? Well, if you haven't really thought about it, then I'll answer your question with another. What do stories and dreaming have in common? Did you figure it out? In both dreams and stories, we're allowed to explore places that we've never been before. We can meet people who otherwise we might never be acquaintances with. We can invent whole entire universes and have very interesting lives there, all in the short span of one night's rest or a couple of pages. So as a word to the wise, if you are planning to take yourself and your writing too seriously for this course, you may get stuck. Yeah. Gotta make sense.
You know, I mean, I see what you were going for, right? But, I just don't think I can call this your better work. I just need... I'm just trying to
Okay,
help
but
you
what I
out
was
here,
going
okay?
for...
Being honest, isn't that what you want?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you haven't shown this to anyone like this yet, have you? Just saying. Don't quit your day job.
Oh, yeah?
Oh hey! A lot of things! Ow, ow, ow!
Yeah. So you know that internal editor you sometimes have a bad habit of listening to? You know, the one that always makes fun of everything you try writing, anything that you want to take seriously. Don't need them. Find an empty closet for it this quarter. Internal editor. So here's the thing. If you take yourself too seriously, you are going to get stuck. It's a trap that I sprung on myself plenty of times. I keep telling myself, if I can just go back and fix this section, maybe if I can do a little edit here, spell check, a little bit of cleaning won't hurt, right? Well, what ends up happening is you delay and you delay, and you just keep going back picking on things instead of doing what you're really supposed to do, which is write. Now, if you haven't considered some of the practical aspects of writing, now's the time to do it. Where do ideas come from? How do you get them? How do you get creativity going in the first place? Well, here's some activities that have helped me get the creative juices flowing in the past. Take a walk. Listen to some music. Create a soundtrack for whatever character or story you're trying to write. Go to the park. Enjoy the sunshine. People watch. You could go to the mall for a little while. Read a good book. Drive around town. Just get out of your house for a bit. Look at art. Go do exercises. All of these can help get your brain working. One word of caution I would like to give you is about what I call passive influences. I've had many people say, well, can't I get just as much inspiration and creativity from watching some Netflix or maybe catching a movie or two? How about video games? I'm sure those get me revved up. I'm sure they do, but the challenge there is that these are all media, maybe with the exception of video games, that create a passive audience. Your brain doesn't necessarily have to think that hard or create new images because in television and movies, it's given to you. In video games, at least you have problem and solution challenges, so your brain is actively trying to get the cheese, if you will. However, it's still very linear. In creative writing, we want you to move a little bit more around your brain space. So if you are going to indulge in a few passive influences, please make sure to play a good game of what if with yourself afterwards. So what if you two got stranded on a planet full of dinosaurs? What if you two were the last man alive in a zombie apocalypse? What if you two fell in love with the love of your life only to find out that they were a dog? No, really. Remind me how old you are? You'll always be my baby, but seriously, have you ever considered that maybe if you spent a little less time daydreaming and playing with your toys that I have to clean up, maybe a little bit more time doing things other adults your age do, that you could have been much further along in your life? No, seriously, no. All right.
I won't be.
No. Shh. I'm sorry. Yeah, your nagging nanny, the one who keeps telling you to grow up, she can take a time out too. The nanny. We need to talk about the nanny. All right, nagging nanny. Sure, she means well. I should say she or he means well, but in the end, sometimes you need a little spirit of playfulness to get your work going. Once again, if you're constantly undercutting yourself, if you're constantly telling yourself you should be writing more serious stuff or that your work should have more impact or should be more this or that, you're going to get stuck. So this is another voice that you need to just shut down. However you find it, in whatever form, I do hope you take the opportunity to have some fun with creative writing this quarter. After all, creativity is all about the idea that you're bringing into this world something that's never been seen before. That, I think, is pretty fantastic. As creatives, our pursuit is constantly for the next idea, or perhaps to impress people, or just to leave some little spark of ourselves before we go. Oftentimes, it's very easy to get focused on just one area that we feel very comfortable or very talented in, never realizing that entire universes are available when we just step outside of our comfortable little box. See you soon. Hey there, kitties! Remember me? Terminus Scriptus! Or maybe you remember me as Writer's Book. That's right. I was the one. It was me when you had that fantastic novel that you were gonna get around to. And of course that time you had that beautiful song in your heart that was finally gonna mean something. Yeah, I was there too. And maybe even now that little script you've got hidden away that you keep
tapping it now and then. Oh, I'll make sure to stop by and take a look at that too. 'Cause I know what you're doing in here. I know what you're trying for. You think you're gonna learn something here. You think you're finally gonna get that manuscript written. You think you're finally gonna get that story or that song on paper where you can do something with it. Oh. But that's dangerous. People will see it if you do that. But you know my old motto. You can't fail if you don't try. So why even bother with the time? So next time they ask you to write down your thoughts, next time she asks you to step out of your comfortable little box, next time you feel like you just want to spread your wings and try, don't. Because I'll be there waiting for you. See you soon. See you real soon.
A cup of coffee in the morning, and I get the paper. I check the headlines and decide that I am bored. I check my email and I decide to answer later.
Hi guys, welcome to Composition. Nope, this isn't composition.
Grounded in a routine of coffee, sleep, and work. I am
Oh,
not
wow.
boring. I just stick to what I know.
I really don't like composition.
I'm sitting there at work and I realized I forgot to wake up. I can't be productive when I'm dreaming about a sheep. I go upstairs and get myself
Now, creative writing this time around is going to be taught as a flipped classroom. That means I'll be uploading these videos each week so you can watch the lectures from the comfort of your own home. The lectures are going to comfort?
coffee, sleep,
Whoa.
and work. I am not boring. I just stick to what I know.
Cat. Grace. Nope. Nope, nope, nope.
No, seriously, take the glasses off. Take the glasses off.
Vintage.
I don't want to. It's very dark. I wasn't serious. It wasn't that bad. Please let me out.
Louder. Again.
I'm sorry. Maybe that was a bit harsh. Could I please come out? I only want to help you get better. I'm only trying to make you better. You talk to me. Dear, you can open the closet now. Please let your dear nanny out. I just want to take care of you. You're such a sweet little child. What happened? Please let me out.
And cut.